What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a video brought to us by TCG Random. Now, I've reacted to his videos before, so before we watch this video, everybody make sure you drop a like and subscribe to TCG Random. Make sure you give him support during this video because we are reacting to it, so give him the support that he deserves. I've reacted to his videos before where he scientifically tests some of the biggest grading card companies out there, and today he's testing out some more. This is called Is Ace Grading the Best Grading Card Company? For those who don't know, I have a grading series where I've tested all of the Pokemon card grading companies. Ace Grading is actually the one that I'm trying to test out next. However, they are UK based, and the submissions for the USA have been closed for a while. I periodically check in, so whenever USA submissions open, I am going to submit some cards to Ace Grading, and we're going to test their products. But this guy, he scientifically tests the slabs. I practically test them, meaning like if like real world scenarios like bending or dropping or leaving them out somewhere or something like that. And he takes scientific measures to see how strong these cards are. So let's go ahead and bring up his video. And this is going to be the first time that I see it, and we're going to react to it. Yeah, everyone always says you should do Ace Grading. Apparently, they're really big in the UK. Oh my god. Talk about an intro. Jesus Louises. It's a pretty good intro. Made in Britain is what it says on the other side.
Many of you have asked, many of you have wondered, and many of you don't care. Here it is. Ace Grading, straight from across the pond. Today we are going to put it through a series of tests to see how well it actually protects your...
So I've never seen Ace Grading out in the wild everywhere. Like I said, it's a UK based grading company. It looks like their slab is like a mix. It basically looks like a PSA slab that's not frosted around these edges.
Your cards and compare it to all of our previously tested slabs. It is a nice looking slab with some heft, but it has a few areas I think will be a problem later on. Welds look a bit sloppy from the edges, but it is a mostly full weld, which is a good sign. The lack of an inner sleeve is going to help it with the UV test, so let's get started. First, a big thank you to my channel members, Alice and...
Hey! Hey, the Experiencer is one of my channel members. Man, this guy's what a freaking legend, dude. He's one of my channel members also.
Experiencer. There was a third person at one point, but they disappeared. Shout out to you.
That's so cool.
The channel gives you some cool little perks like Pokemon next to your name, so everyone knows.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I do Pokeballs.
Access to special Pokemon emojis. Lastly, some perks depending on your level.
Hold on, my headset keeps freaking dying. All right, I had to put earbuds in because my headset keeps dying, and the audio sounds like butt.
Atypical to the average Brit, Ace is a wee bit taller and a millimeter thicker than its US counterpart. It is also nearly twice the mass. Must be on a...
Twice the mass, so basically identical in size and shape, but twice the mass is pretty crazy. That's a big difference.
Bangers and mash pasty diet. It remains to be seen if that will help it in the competition, but let's find out with our first test, durometer. For all you new folks, this is a comparative measurement testing the hardness of the plastic. It is best for seeing how easily your slab is going to scratch. In this case, we stabilize at an 80, which isn't too bad. That puts our thick mate behind PSA new and in front of GMA, a little below the halfway point.
So kind of mid.
As the slabby patty goes through the cancer oven to test for UV resistance. This is a powerful, full UV spectrum curing oven. Just look at the cancerous glow. After a few minutes, it saunters on out, and it looks like it did well. I see absolutely nothing wrong with it, you may say. Looking at the before and after, I see some crinkling of the label. It looks the same, right? Wrong. Looking at the side profile makes it clear that this thing has a tan. What's interesting is the only 2 slabs so far that have had yellowing have been the 2 non-US made slabs. Let's look for...
It's probably because in the UK and in Britain, they don't have the sun over there. It is just clouds and rain. So they don't really need the UV protection like we do over here in the States. So, I mean, why protect the card from UV when UV doesn't exist over there?
For ace after adding in the points from that round. Found it. 4th from last behind Mana and in front of GMA. Comebacks do happen,
Jeez.
but next is the hardest test for these to pass, and I'm pretty sure this one won't. Humidity time. We will simply put the slab...
I've always wondered, what does he actually do for a living? Because how does he have access to this whole lab for these scientific tests that take place? I just think that's crazy.
In the environmental chamber.
Like the amount of resources
Our
used just
custom
to test
profile
cards
is
is
nice
nuts.
and wet. And then we wait. While we wait, a word from today's sponsor, My Exhausted Wallet. Subscribe.
It's a pretty good sponsor.
That was about an hour, right? Let's take out our wet little Brit and have a good long look. Not a drop of water. It's a whole lake in there. The back shows things a lot better. I can't say I'm surprised.
Wow,
Even
it's
water
soaked.
stuck in the edges that didn't quite make it into the card chamber. All the welds are sound.
So does that mean that it's not fully welded around the whole card if it gets wet?
And it is welded all the way around,
Oh,
except this
I guess
little
not.
spot at the top and bottom. There's actually a direct path into all chambers of the slab. We'll
Wow.
crack it open later to get a better look, but for now, it's a failure.
Yeah, so it's not fully welded at all.
This keeps it 4th from the bottom while adding up this round's points. There's still a chance with 2 more tests to go.
It's pretty crazy that CGC was at the
This
top
is
of the
cracked
list.
Force test, where we see how much force is needed to crack the slab in different spots. First spot, no crack. The tip just pushed right in like a scalper to a fresh target restock. Same with the second spot near the corner. Maybe the edge will be different, so let's switch to our wedge tip. Looks like the same for the edges. This is also very similar to our other foreign slab we tested. Does this and the UV result point to the same plastic on both overseas slabs?
Oh,
I
maybe.
would say yes. Just to be sure, I wrench on it all along the edge and also give it a quick jab in the middle. It just dents. This is very good behavior, meaning the plastic is more elastic. Dropping the more elastic slab will result in the plastic absorbing more of the force, protecting your card better. The integrity still seems solid, with no damage from bending the thing. No cracks means a perfect score. We are in the upper half above some popular brands now, with 1 test still to go. We have to
That's
crack
not
this thing
bad.
open.
See, like when he tested Tag a while back, Tag had the hardest acrylic, which actually means it's the most prone to cracks because the acrylic doesn't absorb any force. There's no give in the plastic. So if you drop it or bend it, it just snaps and shatters because it's so hard. So when you're actually encasing a card in plastic or acrylic, you do want it to have some type of flexibility because it won't crack or shatter. So it's actually good that it's soft plastic.
And measure the clarity. Unlike some slabs, this one absolutely will not even make a squeak bending it with my hands. Maybe Ramsey could get it, but I can't.
Oh, that's me. That's me. He mentioned me. That just feels good. That's a good feeling. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. Like, wow, that's the first time someone's ever mentioned me like in a video, other than when Rattle and Shinybert reacted to the tag drama. But that's awesome. So now I'm happy. I'm happy, and I am testing it. Once the submission's open, I'm going to submit with Ace, and I will test it with my monkey paws.
All it takes, though, is a small flathead. Not the hardest to get into, but not the easiest.
That was not a flathead. That was not a flathead. Hold on. I gotta test. I gotta look.
The hardest to get into, but not
That's not a flathead. That is a Phillips head screwdriver, my sir.
the easiest. Once open, you can see the unique design that causes the moisture issue. The ridges making up the different chambers of the slab are the issue. Half of them are on one panel, and the other half on the other.
That's very
This is likely
strange.
a cost-saving thing, as both panels are the same and you don't need to have 2 different molds. You can see where these ridges meet are not welded, causing a gap that goes straight into the card chamber. The welds look complete everywhere else, and there are even some weld spots I wouldn't have thought would be there. I admire the design and cost choices, but a simple fill or weld there would probably put this slab into the top 3.
So if it's for cost saving, how much cost would it actually cost? Like, how much money are you actually saving by not welding an extra centimeter on the card? It can't be that much. I mean, yeah, over the long haul with millions and millions of cards, but I mean, just the same thing with tag. If it's fully welded all the way around, you just eliminate so many potential problems right off the bat. You probably should just do that.
We know slab companies don't actually listen to us, though.
True.
The unimportant consumers. In any case, let's warm up the transmittance meter and get the clarity. We put it in front of the light and slide it around a bit and look for the max number, since scuffs or scratches can lower the number. It looks like 89.55%. Pretty good, and again, very close to our foreign slab. That brings us to the end, where Ace places just above center and beating some of the top slabs in the US market. Not incredible. There is major potential here, though.
So pretty much it's exactly mid, but again, this is for scientific testing. What is important to me is obviously the bin test, the drop test, and all that stuff. But another super important test to me would be moisture. If something happens, you live in a high humidity area, or you accidentally drop it into some type of water, if the card's not fully welded, it's immediately going to be ruined. So yeah, that would suck. Just weld it all the way around. Anyway, that was a great video. I am going to be checking out Ace Grading very, very soon. I also do want to check out HGA, because apparently that's ranked #1. So I do want to try to get my hands on them. I want to actually grade with them and review them. But just a fantastic video. Again, this is from TCG Random. Go like his page, like his video, subscribe, all that jazz. Very cool that he mentioned me in the video as a little joke. It's also very cool that one of his members is also one of my members. It's just really cool to see how the community of like everybody just supports one another. It's really nice. It's really welcoming. Like, this community is one of the only communities that I've genuinely found where other people and other creators always are open and inviting and genuinely want you to do good on the platform. It's very nice. Other communities are not like that. A lot of people do not like to see you succeed or have fun, and they want to kick you off as fast as possible. So it's really great that everybody watching and all the creators out there can kind of just collab and share their thoughts and all just become like friends and have a good time. It's nice. It's very nice. Anyway, thanks for watching TCG Random. Fantastic video. I love these scientific tests. Also, what the heck do you do for a living where you can get these machines and have access to this lab? That's craziness. I appreciate it. Appreciate all your testing. Everybody, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.